Hey guys, it's me, Bernie Bear, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video, we're going to be continuing the Fixing Fortnite series. Today we're on episode 4, and we're going to be covering chapter 2, season 4. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so the first point for Fixing Fortnite episode 4 is shortening the season by 1 week. I know I say shorten the season a lot in this series, but it's one of the biggest problems I have with chapter 2. But anyway, I don't think the season was actually that long, but I think shortening the season by a week wouldn't have been that bad. Because, season 5 would have still started around Christmas, so, that would still work. And yes, I'm going to shorten that season as well. I've got a lot to say with season 5, actually. But yeah, point 1 is just shorten the season by, a week. Alright, now we're on my problems with the Battle Pass, because this Battle Pass was good, but definitely not perfect. So point number 2, make it so you can select the built-in emote styles for skins without needing to do the required emote. Some examples of this are Iron Man, She-Hulk, Thor's Almighty form, and then Inner Storm Goddess Storm, whatever that style is called. Pretty sure Hemlock has either the same problem or an option where you can select her witch form. But either way, they should have done that. It would have been really, really nice. Point number 3, make it so you can use Dr. Doom's built-in emote in the lobby, creative, and save the world. I actually don't mind the fact that you can only do the emote when you win a match, but the fact that you can't do it in the lobby or in a different game mode of Fortnite is kind of dumb. Point number 4, the lobby background. Now, for some reason, at the start of Chapter 2, Season 2, Epic stopped doing animated lobby backgrounds. That's something I honestly should have brought up in earlier videos of this series, but I didn't, so I'll just bring it up here. So for Chapter 2, Season 2, the lobby background was just a wall with a ghost logo on it, and that was pretty lame. So I think instead we should have gotten an animated image of the agency, maybe inside of it, and then there would be waving flags, and then through the hole in the ceiling you'd see clouds moving, maybe some choppas floating above. It would be amazing. And then Chapter 2 Season 3's was better, but it was still really bad. So instead of whatever this was, we could have it be an image of the Fortilla, and again, it would be animated. It would have moving water, maybe some waves, it would have moving clouds, and maybe even a loose shark in the background too. They could have gotten really creative with that one. And then finally, we get to the Chapter 2 Season 4 background. So instead of a still image of the helicarrier, we could have had moving clouds and maybe some ships taking off. I just think moving backgrounds bring just that little bit more life to the game, Because the lobby is an important part of Fortnite. We see it every time we load into the game. So just to see that Epic doesn't care about it that much, it's honestly pretty disheartening. But let's just move on. Point number 5, I think we need some cooler Marvel skins. Maybe not in the Battle Pass, because the Battle Pass was good. And don't get me wrong, I love the ones we got. Like Ghost Rider, Daredevil, Black Widow in her movie outfit. I think those were all amazing, but we could have gotten so many cooler characters, dude. Hawkeye, so we could keep assembling the Avengers. Spider-Man, come on, Epic, how did you miss on Spider-Man? The Fantastic Four, Nick Fury, the Winter Soldier, Falcon, Green Goblin. We could have easily gotten some of those, like Nick Fury, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier. But some of them I can see maybe being a little more complicated, like Spider-Man and the Green Goblin, because those are tied to Sony and Sony's PlayStation. But, maybe just make a cup for them. Like a PlayStation-only cup, and then sell the skins in the item shop. But overall, I think one character that we can all agree that needs a skin immediately is Squirrel Girl. Alright, so now we're in the creative part of the video. So, creative wasn't that good in Season 4. It was getting better. It was definitely on the right track. We got some prefabs and I think a couple devices. Now, this season for creative actually has a reason for being this bad. Since Battle Royale was getting all the licensed stuff. This could be a really good opportunity to give us some of the Save the World stuff we're missing. I'm talking prefabs, vehicles, prop vehicles, weapons. There's just so many cool things from Save the World that we still need. Oh, in addition to all of this Save the World stuff, we could still get the Princess Gallery prefabs and the Weeping Woods prefabs. Oh, and add the Weeping Woods sign to the Weeping Woods prop gallery. I don't know how Epic forgot to add that. Okay, now we're finally getting into the gameplay of Chapter 2 Season 4. So starting us off, we've got point number 7, buff the Fire Trap. Dude, the Fire Trap sucked. I think Epic needed to buff its damage, shorten the amount of time it took to activate, and just made it better in general. I actually think a Fire Trap is a great idea for Fortnite, it's just it was executed so poorly. I'm sure the Fire Trap will work better nowadays, since people are always getting boxed, and since Fire received a massive buff in Chapter 2 Season 6. And I'm also not saying I want it back, I'm just making a statement, because I didn't like it. Point number 8, buff Black Panther's Mythic. That thing sucked too. Make it take less time to charge up, buff its damage, buff the amount of damage it reduces, just make it better. I don't think anybody used Black Panther's Mythic. It just sucked. It's probably the worst Mythic to ever exist in Fortnite. Point number 9, just a little more map changes. maybe like a Wolverine vault in Weeping Woods in that cabin. I made a mock of what it could look like. I'll show that on screen now. Or maybe some more mini locations for other heroes that arrived on the island, like Daredevil, Black Widow, or Blade. And I get it, the season wasn't focusing on map changes, it was focusing on the loot pool, like with the Mythics and the massive overhaul of the loot pool at the start of the season. But map changes are a really big staple of Fortnite. Alright, point number 10, the final point, and probably the thing that needs to be discussed the most, the chest spawn rate change. At the start of Chapter 2, Epic made it so every chest would have a 100% chance of spawning. I didn't really notice this change until Epic changed it in Chapter 2 Season 4. So at the start of the season, Chapter 2 Season 4, Epic lowered that 100% chance down to 50 to 70%. Nowadays, I think this change is fine, because I think we've all gotten used to it, like the good old days, Chapter 1 Fortnite. But man, back in Season 4, it was really noticeable. I think instead of 50 to 70%, it should have been changed to 60 to 80%, so like a 10% increase. I think this would have been a little better, but like I said, this change isn't that bad anymore, because we've all gotten used to it. But 60 to 80% maybe would help still. And that's it, Fixing Fortnite Episode 4. This one's had the most stuff to talk about, so I don't know how long it's going to be. But here's the thing, I'm not done with this season. I've still got Fortnite to talk about. But don't worry, that's going to be its own video. This video is already going to be long enough. And I already have the script done for that video and all the topics, so expect it sooner than later. But it's probably not going to be the next video. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.